Every day, I wake up, get dressed, go to work, and repeat. Is this all there is? There has to be more to life than this, more than this endless cycle. This feeling of being a small cog in a giant, indifferent machine. I'd look out my window at the city buzzing with life, but all I felt was a deep, quiet emptiness. I was stuck, watching the world move on while I was standing still, wondering if I was meant for something more. Was this really it? Just going through the motions, day after day, until they all blurred into one. The thought was suffocating. I knew, deep down, that something had to change. I just didn't know what or how. One day, during my usual lunch break, I was scrolling aimlessly through my phone, trying to escape my own reality for a few minutes. Then I saw it, a post about someone who had taken a simple hobby, something they loved, and turned it into a thriving business. The picture showed this person, absolutely beaming with joy, surrounded by their creations. It wasn't just a business, it was a life they had built for themselves, a life full of passion and purpose. And that's when it hit me. What if I could do that? What if I could turn my own passion into something real? Maybe it's time to stop wondering and start acting. A spark ignited within me. I put my phone down, a new sense of determination washing over me. That evening, I gathered my old art supplies, dusted them off, and felt a surge of purpose in my hands for the first time in years. It wasn't easy. In fact, it was brutally hard. Every step forward felt like it was followed by two giant leaps back. I poured my evenings and weekends into my passion, fueled by that initial spark. But the reality was a series of late nights staring at a blank canvas, frustrating mistakes, and a growing pile of work that just wasn't good enough. Doubt started to creep in, a cold, familiar voice whispering that I wasn't cut out for this, that I should just give up. I'd look at my untouched products, my empty inbox, and the temptation to quit was overwhelming. There were moments I was so close to packing it all away, convinced it was a foolish dream. But then, I'd remember that feeling, that initial jolt of hope. I'd remember why I started. And so, I'd pick up my brush, erase a flawed line, or tweak a design one more time, pushing through the exhaustion and the fear. I had been so focused on creating the perfect product, on being flawless, that I completely missed the point. I was stuck in a cycle of self-criticism, and it was draining all the joy out of my passion. Then, a friend suggested I meet with a mentor she knew, someone who had been on a similar journey. I was hesitant, but I went. We sat in this cozy little cafe, and she listened as I poured out all my frustrations. She just smiled and said something that changed everything. Stop trying to be perfect. Start trying to connect. She told me that the real power isn't in a flawless creation, but in the heart you share through it. It wasn't about being perfect, it was about progress. It was about sharing a piece of myself and connecting with others who might feel the same way. That one conversation shifted my entire perspective. I left that cafe feeling lighter, energized, and ready to just start with my new mindset. I decided to take the leap. I took a few photos of my best piece, not perfect, but made with love, and wrote a heartfelt caption about my journey. My finger hovered over the post button for what felt like an eternity. My heart was pounding. Then I closed my eyes and tapped it. I put my phone down, too nervous to look. A few minutes later, it buzzed. A like, then another, then a comment. This is beautiful. Another one read. I feel this so much. Notifications started rolling in, likes, shares, and then my first sale. I couldn't believe it when people started to notice. It felt like a dream coming true, but it wasn't just about the sales, it was about seeing that something I created, something that came from my heart, resonated with someone else. It was about connection. That was the real breakthrough. What started as a small idea, a desperate whisper in a cluttered apartment, has now turned into something bigger than I ever could have imagined. That first sale turned into 10, then 100. I built a small website, learned how to package orders, and started talking to my customers. The hustle is real, no doubt about it. There are still long nights and moments of uncertainty, but now they're filled with purpose. I've learned so much, not just about business and marketing, but about resilience, about community, and most importantly, about myself. I'm not done yet. In fact, I feel like I'm just getting started. Every new idea, every positive review, every packed box is a reminder that I'm building something that is truly mine. My small corner of the internet has become my full-time passion. Looking back, this journey wasn't easy, but it was worth every single second of struggle. I found the courage to believe in myself when no one else did, and I took that terrifying first leap. And now, I'm living a life I once only dreamed of. A life driven by passion, not by routine. A life where I get to create and connect every single day. Standing here in my own workspace, surrounded by my creations, I realize how far I've come. It's not about the destination, but the person you become along the way. I finally feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. My journey doesn't end here. It's really just the beginning of a new chapter. And I want you to know that if I can do it, starting from a place of frustration and doubt, then so can you. Your passion, that little thing that lights you up inside, is waiting for you. All you have to do is take that first step, no matter how small it seems. Turn your what if into what's next. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start today. Thank you so much for watching my story. If this resonated with you, please subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear it. Let's all start building something extraordinary